Okay, this is one story I never thought I would cover about, and especially not on the Giants. I never hate on the Giants, but this one is, oh boy, this is getting pretty big. So, Saquon Barkley, he is going, how should I put this? Really freaking crazy right now, gang. And it's a really big one because, well, you know, he didn't get the contract he was hoping for, and now he's got to be rocking, rocking a franchise tag. So, yeah, it's not really that good. And he's not the only one. We talk about the other two quarterbacks who are franchise tag is Josh Jacobs of the Las Vegas Raiders and Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys, which, if you want my honest opinion, Tony Pollard should have gotten a bigger deal. And this is coming from a Redskins fan like myself, but you know, it is what it is. But now, Saquon Barkley is considering sitting out of the 2023 NFL season for the New York Giants. To that point, hold on, I have to close my door because this one's going to be big. To that point where he removed the team from his social media, from social media. I'm reading this from CBS News. Saquon Barkley considering sitting out of the 2023 season in fuck you to the Giants and removes the team from social media. It was a disappointing Monday for running backs as three Pro Bowlers who were franchise tagged, Josh Jacobs of the Las Vegas Raiders, Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants, and Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys, failed to receive long-term second NFL contracts from their respective teams and at the deadline to receive such deals. That means all three are set to play the upcoming 2023 season on a $10.1 million fully guaranteed one-year deal without a long-term security of multi-year pack. That's a prospect that has Barkley, the number 2 overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, who ended up about $2 million apart in negotiations with the team, considered the nuclear option, sitting out and not playing in 2023. My leverage is I could say, fuck you to the Giants. I could say, fuck you to my teammates. Barkley said Monday after the deadline to sign a new contract on an episode of Money's Matters podcast on YouTube. He actually said that. He said F you. He said fuck you. And be like, you want me to show you my worth? You want me to show you how valuable I am to the team? I won't show up. I won't play it down. And that's a play I could use. Barkley has since removed any affiliation of the New York Giants franchise from the social media. I mean, if you actually look at his stats last season, Saquon Barkley wasn't really a slouch. I mean, last season he managed to get 295 carries for 1,312 yards, 10 touchdowns. That is a good feat for a running back, especially with running backs whose bread and butter is usually averaging at least 1,000 yards a season, and maybe making it up like 10 plus rushing touchdowns. Jeff Kirk of CBS is actually saying no more Giants on Saquon Barkley's Twitter bio. Former Pittsburgh Steelers All-Pro running back Le'Veon Bell experienced a similar situation in 2018, and he followed through on the threat to hold out, missing the entire season. He hit the free agent market in 2019 and signed with the New York Jets on the type of deal he hoped to get from the Steelers, a 4-year, $52.5 million contract. On the field, though, Bell was never the same, only playing 3 NFL seasons. He was released just a year and a half into his contract he fought to sign after a significant downturn following his holdout. Bell averaged 35.8 rushing yards per game in his final 3 seasons from 2019 to 2021, where he played for 4 different teams: the New York Jets, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Baltimore Ravens. That represents a drop of more than 50 yards per game from his Steelers days, in which he averaged 86.1 rushing yards a contest from 2013 to 2017. Bell's example is one of the many reasons why Barkley is unsure if that's the path he would actually go down. Anybody who knows me knows that's not something I want to do, Barkley said. Is it something that crossed my mind? I never thought I would ever do that. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, Jesus, I have to take it to this level. Am I prepared to take it to this level? I don't know. There's something I have to sit down and talk to my family, talk to my team of advisors, and strategize about this. Can't just go off on emotions. I can try to get as much money as I can, but what really matters is winning. I know if I'm able to help bring a championship to New York, that's going to go miles more ahead of this than this contract. Sitting out could cause the Giants to struggle without him, something that had occurred with Daniel Jones as quarterback. Barkley, who totaled a career-high 1,312 rushing yards last season, which ranked as the 4th most in the NFL and the most by a Giants player since Tiki Barber's 1,662 back in 2006, revealed that he didn't even ask to reset the running back market by topping San Francisco 49ers Pro Bowl running back Christian McCaffrey's 4-year, $64 million contract, and he was Christian McCaffrey, man, he's fast as shit, though. Ain't gonna cap. And he managed to help. And with him and Brock Purdy, managed to get the 49ers all the way to the NFC Championship game last season. I believe I'm the best running back in the NFL, Barkley said. Bro, stop thinking with that mindset. This is why you're in this situation. I'm not even asking for what I'm worth. I wouldn't say I'm not happy. Where I'm thrown off or it doesn't sit right with me is I came out publicly and said that I want to be a Giant for life. I didn't want to hit the free agency market. I feel like we could have got the job done. The 26-year-old reportedly turned down a new deal during the Giants' bye week last season that would have paid him an average of $13 million with a guaranteed payment figure of around $19.5 million, according to the New York Post. On the podcast, Barkley confirmed he was searching for a minimum of $22.5 million in guaranteed money, the amount he would stand to make if franchise tagged in back-to-back seasons across 2023 and 2024. His 1,650 scrimmage yards accounted for 27.7% of the Giants' total offense last season, the 5th highest rate in the entire league, trailing only Derrick Henry, 36.1%, Josh Jacobs, 32.9%, Nick Chubb, 28.5%, and Justin Jefferson, 28.3%. Yet Barkley felt that the Giants were trying to take advantage of him in the negotiations. The number they're offering, they thought I might jump at it because of my injury history, Barkley said. I was like, I'd rather bet on myself. My comp has 2 running backs who really aren't used in the pass catching game, more downhill runners, great running backs. They already showed me their hand. They told me my comp, and I know their pay. If that's what you are telling me, and I know what they signed for, what are we really talking about? After hearing that, they tell you this is the type of player you are. I'm like, no, I can catch the ball. I had 91 catches, rookie record for a running back. Barkley knows contract negotiations in the NFL are a business, but he expressed that he didn't appreciate Giants general manager Joe Scoren threatening him to take a team-friendly deal with the notion that he could be franchise tagged in 2023 and 2024. You have to take a more mature route. You can't just be like, fuck that, I want something fair, Barkley said. What are we talking about? $10 million is a lot of money, especially when you look at the economics of our country and where the poverty rate is. And I'm a person that comes from that. You have fans. How much do you want? We just want you to be here. That's when it gets upsetting to me. I don't want to come off like I'm greedy, like I'm arrogant. At the end of the day, you still have to do what's right for you. A week prior to negotiations falling apart at the franchise tag deadline on Monday, Barkley said he was fine with having to prove himself on the field in another contract season in 2023. Now it's less clear if his plan is to still be ready to roll for Week 1 against the NFC East rival Dallas Cowboys, as he looks within himself to determine the right course of action. This is one of those complex. I feel like this is one of those complex situations that we have to deal with the running backs competition. I think the problem is that running backs, listen, back in the old days, like in the pre-70s and all the way up to the late 90s, running backs were like the bread and butter of the NFL. I said no, and I love the running back position. This is why I always like to, when I play Madden, I always like to create myself as a running back, you know, try to grind out some yards and everything. But, you know, nowadays, we're in a new era in the NFL. That new era being a fucking pass-happy league, where, you know, wide receivers get the ball more than running backs. So, yeah, I can totally get where he's coming from. I can totally get where every running back is coming from. They want to run the ball. They want to help contribute to the team. But, you know, nowadays, it's like, you know, it's been a pass catching, and we know wide receivers, they become, they lose their goddamn collective shit if they don't get enough passes, get enough catches from their quarterbacks to trigger in their, you know, their bonuses. I mean, look what happened to Antonio Brown when he didn't get his bonus. Motherfucker went like a goddamn idiot right on that one. But yeah, I totally get where he's coming. I totally get where Barkley, Jacobs, and Pollard is coming from. But yeah, here's the thing. There's a difference between you wanting more money, but you're not producing, against players who want less money but do produce. And honestly, Barkley, I don't know what he's doing, man, but whoo, boy, I hope he knows what he's doing, because trust me, if the nuclear option, I mean, I totally get where you're coming from. The nuclear option is sitting out this season. I mean, Le'Veon Bell did that when he wanted more money, and look how well that turned out for him. Like, seriously, look how well that fucking turned out for him. And also, let's also consider the fact that Saquon Barkley, he has a history of injury, so that plays a huge factor here. And also, if the Giants can't find a trade for him, can't find a deal for him, they'll finally probably looking for him for a trade. The question is, who will want Saquon Barkley, man? And when they do want a player like him, you know the Giants, they'll be asking for picks or a player. Well, specifically a top player on that team's roster and a couple of first-round picks. Tell me I'm telling lies. Tell me I'm telling lies. But yeah, man, I don't know how this is gonna play out for Saquon Barkley and the other two running backs. But listen, I get it. You want more money. You want guaranteed money. You want to be financial. You want to make sure you and your family is financially set and everything. I get that part. But come on, man, you're gonna have to learn that, you know, sometimes you have to. I get you want to put your families first, but sometimes you're gonna have to be a team player and help your team win. Like the old saying goes, there's no I in team. It's TEAM. I know everyone's gonna say, well, that seems kind of selfish and mean of you. I mean, yeah, I get that part, but it's like, come on, man. You know. I mean, the NFL is a business first and foremost. And what does a business do? Make money. How they make money? Produce the product. And if you're not going to, same with these NFL owners and with these 32 NFL teams, and if you're not going to help that owner make that money, they'll consider you expendable and also toss you out. And also I have to say this, next part, and I know people are gonna get pissed about this one. Drafting a quarterback that high in the first round, they don't last long. They don't last long after 3 years. That's just my 2 cents on that one. I know people ain't gonna like me saying that, but it's the truth. It's the truth sometimes. But yeah, figured I'd talk about this one. So, but I would like to know what you think. I always like to hear you guys speak your mind, you know. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss an update. Share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is Sean 007 1986 signing off. Thank you for watching this video. It really means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.